Hello and welcome to News Tonight. I am Rhoda Ngonzi. Let's dig into it. President Yoweri Museveni inspected various infrastructure projects to assess readiness ahead of the 19th Non-Aligned Movement NAM and the Group of 77 G77 and China Third South Summits. Uganda will host the two summits from the 15th till the 23rd of January at Speak Resort, Munyonyo, Kampala.
President Yoweri Museveni has inspected Kampala infrastructure projects ahead of the 19th Non-Aligned Movement NAM and the Group of 77 plus China Third Summit slated to be hosted by Uganda from 15th to 23rd January 2024 at Speak Resort, Munyonyo, Kampala. The projects inspected include the transportation system along Mukwano Road, the Clock Tower Interchange, Kampala-Gaba Road, Awavamuno Road, Salama Road and the Busoga Interchange, Speak Resort, Munyonyo and Entebbe International Airports. Throughout the inspections, the President interacted with the local communities, workers and project stakeholders, acknowledging their contribution and valuable input, emphasizing their collaboration to ensure projects meet the needs of the people. He toured a modern multipurpose convention center at Speak Resort Munyonyo, which hosts high-end conference meeting rooms and a 4,000-seater auditorium. He was informed while at the airport that the facility has been upgraded with the latest CCTV camera technology and that the new terminal is twice the capacity of the old one, expected to take in more than 3 million passengers per year.
The building was 1.2 meters deep and ventilation levels. They worked on the air conditioning system, firefighting system, CCTV, public address, and then big right.
The forthcoming Non-Aligned Movement NAM will run under the theme Deepening Cooperation for Shared Global Affluence, whereas the Third South Summit will focus on leaving no one behind. Justin Nakami, UBC News.
And the Prime Minister Robina Nabanja has assured residents of urban areas that government is in the process of reviewing the Parish Development Model (PDM) guidelines to better suit the needs of urban parishes. Presently, the existing guidelines stipulates that all parishes are entitled to receive 100 million shillings, irrespective of their population size.
Babiweerezeeyo mu maaso go g'oweekitiibwa gw'oba osinziira okubawa okukwemaliza n'okwesima emirembe gyonna, tukikusaba nga tuyita mu Kristo Mukama waffe. Omukama abeere nammwe. Mwemuse emitima.
Now, President Yoweri Museveni, in his latest Twitter statement, has addressed numerous national issues. In his statement, he congratulated His Highness the Chabazinga on getting the Inevantu. He also congratulated security forces for successfully protecting the suspected so-called sinners, because he calls them the pigs from Congo wanted to harm them. In the meantime, on Tuesday the 14th, he noted that they carried out a devastating attack on the terrorists in Congo, 68 kilometers from the border. He went ahead to urge all vigilant people, I beg your pardon, he went ahead to urge Ugandans to be vigilant of strangers in their communities. Chabazinga Kingdom has earmarked a three-phased program to make Busoga great in the first 100 days after the royal wedding. The kingdom looks to, among others, plant 2 million trees, mobilize the population to embrace the parish development model, PDM, and to end child marriages within the region. Deputy Speaker of Parliament Thomas Tayebwa tasked the kingdom to pick up the momentum showcased in the November 18th royal wedding and fight poverty in the region. The newly wedded royal couple extended their guests to a private reception at the Chabazinga's Palace in Igenge, Bugembe in Jinja district.
As a sign of our marriage, with my body, I honor you. All that I am, I give to you.
The Chabazinga royal couple tied the knot to cement the fairy tale love at the Christ's Cathedral Bugembe Church of Uganda, Busoga Diocese.
Right this year.
This is my sincere vow.
After the historical gesture, the newly wedded couple boarded what looked like an open carriage and took procession through Jinja City to celebrate the occasion with the members of the public. The mammoth of crowds gathered along streets with their body language representing support and encouragement to the newlywed. The newly wedded couple headed to Igenge Chabazinga Palace to treat their private guests to a luncheon. At the palace, the guests enjoyed the cool night breeze, which whistled softly, blowing lightly as the sky turned deep blue and could easily reflect on the windows. The organizing committee was grateful to the goodwill and warm wishes received from all quarters in the months since the announcement of the wedding. The committee earmarked 3 plans to extend the push for Busoga's glory, including planting 2 million trees, advocating to the general public to embrace PDM, and fight against child marriage in Busoga region.
The mobilization of Busoga to fight, to understand and fight early pregnancies and early marriages.
The kingdom has in the past years, since enthronement of His Royal Highness, Daisebantu Chabazinga Gabula Nadiope IV, registered tremendous success in areas of cultural promotion, unity, education, health, among others.
And would here like to call upon all the Busoga here present and those listening to me to help us and join us in this drive, because it aligns itself completely with the government in developing all parts of Uganda to drive poverty out of Uganda.
The Deputy Speaker of Parliament, Thomas Tayebwa, tasked the kingdom to pick up from the momentum exhibited during the concluded royal wedding and transform the Busoga region. Tayebwa says the NRM government is a crusader of transformation, and working with the Chabazinga will add credit.
You've known it. NRM is the most reliable and the best friend you can have. So let's build on it. Let's move with NRM, which is in charge, and we transform Busoga.
The Deputy Speaker, who donated 10 cows to the newly wedded couple, also assured the kingdom of making a follow-up on the presidential pledge that all kingdoms should be facilitated monthly up to the tune of 60 million each. The directive, according to the Deputy Speaker, has since hit a dead end.
He ordered that we should give them cars. The president has done his part. Now because when the president directs, it's like a high voltage line. For us who are down, we are supposed to step it down and distribute it to people.
The senior presidential advisor on special operations, Muhoozi Kainerugaba, also donated 10 cows to the newly wedded couple and pledged to continue working with the Chabazinga to enhance the livelihood of the region.
He is also a very progressive person. He has a lot of ideas for his kingdom and for the country, and we usually share quite a bit together. There are other things I can discuss about him, but maybe in his own time he will reveal them if he wants to.
Other government dignitaries graced the occasion.
Again, tukwenda okumwebaza okwidabiriza olubi lwa William Bafos na Diope ebudumbula lwali kifuza kisokompole ako tumwebaza.
The Chabazinga appreciated the support to the kingdom from all quarters of the world. The Isebantu Chabazinga of Busoga, Gabula Diope Wilberforce IV particularly thanked President Yoweri Museveni for nurturing him to the newly acquired status.
Yasalawo okulinovetinga yalutereza yatamu empiya ningi ng'ali kwetegekera omukyala lw'embalaza olwaleero. Tiyakomaawo ne mu lubiri luno lwene yasalawo bwe yaluzimba mu myaka egy'eira okutandika mu 2006 yasalawo okuyira mu kulinovetinga okulufula kyelufuusi.
And on her part, the Inebantu promised to bring the best of her role as the mother of Busoga region.
Sinye ino era nkusuubiza nti tidda kuyiwayo. I'll make you the happiest man in the world. Oluya olw'eigenge, oluya olw'ebuziga, oluya olw'ebudumbula, tujja lugaziya.
Before closing the function, the wedded couple took to the floor and showcased a practice, polished and rhythmic classic dance, which left the congregation wanting. Daniel Mugoya, Gloria Gutabinji, UBC News.
Another Minister for Education and Sports, Janet Museveni, has applauded the works of Global Link Africa for services extending to the community in strengthening the faith. This was in her message delivered by State Minister for Industry, David Bahati, at the Aviation dinner and celebrations of 11 years of Global Link Africa at Namirembe.
The First Lady Janet Kataha Museveni has advised all believers to live exemplarily to enable the young generation cope. In her message delivered by State Minister for Trade, Industry and Cooperatives David Bahati at the celebration of 11 years of Global Link Africa, Janet Museveni commended the works of the Evangelical Mission in helping the community.
I'm also pleased to learn that Global Link Africa is a Ugandan-founded and run organization that seeks to identify, equip, link, and partner with the church to send Christians to missions. Hence, I applaud you on your outstanding accomplishment and the many lives reached in your faithful service over the last 11 years.
Janet tipped them on discipline and interception while conducting the mission work.
The older generation of believers should consider a more robust, consistent, and international mentorship program for the young generation of believers. This is significant for continuity. If we are to build and equip exceptional harvesters to send out to the mission field, let us also remember to place emphasis on the discipline of prayer and intercession, which is key in upholding the work in the mission field.
The keynote speaker, also the Deputy IGG, Dr. Patricia Achan, challenged the public to repent and fight corruption.
There is too much corruption. Even when you go to the market or buy something from the roadside, out of those 4 tomatoes, you find that they have smuggled in 1 or 2 rotten ones. Even when you buy charcoal on the highway, you find that some people have actually packed some stones or sticks. Standards are being compromised everywhere. The quality of service is wanting. As children of God, let us have service with impact.
Obviously, we work within the church in Uganda, within the church in Africa, to make sure that we do this important job of looking for appropriate missionaries and going out to preach the good news of the kingdom.
The First Lady contributed 10 million shillings to support the works of Global Link Africa.
Now, stakeholders in the transport sector want government to accelerate the establishment of a road accident fund and address the inadequate legal framework that affects their operations. This was during the commemoration of the World Day for Remembrance of Road Traffic Victims at the Ugandan National Roads Authority offices in Chambogo.
The World Day of Remembrance for Road Traffic Victims in 2023 has focused on achieving justice and traffic law enforcement through investigations after crash to identify crimes committed and prevent further recurrence.
We must not only start arresting people, because we have seen several times police arresting people, arresting traffic offenders, but can we first give them information before we start even arresting them? Can we pass out information? Can we even before anything is done, before we arrest them? Well, I feel we must first give them information. Then if they fail to follow the information, then we're able to arrest them.
We are targeting borders, we are targeting taxi operators, we are targeting bus drivers, we are targeting lorry drivers, we are also targeting churches, mosques, local council leaders, with the main objective of promoting behavioral change among the road users.
The commemorative prayer and dedication service for victims brought together stakeholders in the transport sector, advocating for a special fund to address road accidents.
As government, let's put together a road accident fund. The road accident fund can be utilized as a source of resources which we can use to prevent, to sensitize, but also to support the victims.
They further argue that the poor legal framework still affects the transport sector, calling for immediate attention to reduce road carnage.
The poor road condition, indisciplined driving, the roadside vendors who are spotted, the DMC vehicles spotted on the Ugandan roads. These are adding to the possibility of causing road crashes.
Some victims have shared their experiences of surviving with injuries.
Nali mvuga trailer nga nva kutikkula sukali kasense eyo ekimotoka ne kijja nga kitissa ebiti ne kigenda nga kibisuulasuula mu kkubo ne mbiyingiramu trailer negwa nengwira omukono guno ne gusensebuka gwonna.
The Uganda Professional Drivers Network, the Ministry of Works and Transport and partners have organized an awareness sensitization campaign for the prevention of road traffic accidents.
When we talk about registration, they think we're going to take their motor vehicles. When we talk about registration in the tax park, I'm happy the chairman is there. They don't want to listen. And they say, this is politics. Why do they want it? Why do they do this? But at least this is for your own good. How are we going to budget for you when we don't know how many you are? So you should always comply when we come to you.
This year's theme has been Justice, the Victim's Right to Information. The 2022 Police Annual Crime Report disclosed that 20,394 cases of road accidents were registered. Out of every 100 crashes, 22 people died, and 61% of all accidents were a result of reckless driving. Abdul Nasele Lugama and Rogers Kumagum for UBC.
Metu Bus Industries, Namamve, the manufacturers of buses for transporters, schools, tour operators, and special purpose vans and any customized vehicle. Metu Bus Industries offers a range of buses known for safety, comfort, and reliability. Depending on your needs, a bus can simply be a point A to point B people mover with just seats, or a special design that includes power outlet, Wi-Fi, television, refreshment center, and any other specification. Buy your buses from Metu and support industrialization of Uganda. Contact us on 0788 118586 or 0782 030303. Email us metuafricabus@gmail.com. Visit our website www.metubusafrica.com.
Jovia ng'oyolekera ku lugendo luno olw'obulamu nkuwa ekirabo eky'amaanyi agatazizibwa, amaanyi okulabibwa n'okuwulirwa mu mawanga ageewala ennyo, okutuuka buli wamu nga yadde togenzeeyo, ensi yonna ng'ekuli mu ngalo. Okutambula mu biseera n'okumanya buli kimu ekirina okumanyibwa. Jovia, kino kye kirabo kyange gy'oli.
Tewali kkubo ku ki ky'osobola okukola ku mukutu nnandameggwa ogwa MTN.
In this family, we can't agree on anything. Martha. We can't even agree on what to watch. All the games to play.
Martha.
Ndoza Mulabi, we can't even agree on what to eat. At least the one thing for now we can all agree on is the soap to use. He likes that it's big and lasts long. Anti-economy. I like that it keeps my skin smooth. Ate alina echovu. And the children like that. It smells amazing. Everyone is happy. Movit soap comes in 4 fantastic flavors. Movit family soap is truly soap for the whole family.
Movit. All day confidence.
Lagos.
Welcome back. You are still watching News Tonight. The Minister for ICT National Guidance, also Chairman NRM-SEC, Vice Chairman NRM-SEC and Kinkizi East Member of Parliament, Chris Bariomonsi, has urged NRM members to focus on development in order to eradicate poverty. Dr. Bariomonsi said that the NRM is going to support members who engage in developmental projects through utilizing government programs and their own initiatives. He was launching the NRM Nyenkundire group in Rutenga Sub-County, Kinkizi East Kanungu District. Bariomonsi also led the program which was made by these members to change those who had remained in other political parties to have them get to the NRM.
NRM Nyenkundire group abwe gombara ya Rutenga na town council ya Rutenga. Nyenkundire ya Rutenga itwatongoza kugira ngo bakore ntunguka kandi tujye kureba nka government no kutayongera amani kugira ngo kurana Nyenkundire habe hetunguka umaka gate habe hetunguka ya twenda
bano twatosha ba government rwanga makebisiki ya Rutenga no leba umane kwitugundi cha remote abwe shozi ne ko kureba twatosha ba government ya yowe Dr. Museveni kugira ngo ije tongera habibo abwe embe ikinde ya expired abwe jinga munonga.
Now, Joyce Mpanga, born 22nd January 1934 and died 18th November 2023, was a Ugandan politician and member of the Ruchiko from 2009. Mpanga was the Minister for Women in Development from 1988 to 1989 and Minister of State for Primary Education from 1989 to 1992. Now, outside of the cabinet of Uganda, Mpanga was a Member of Parliament from 1996 to 2001 for Mubende district. Mpanga was born in Mityana, Uganda, and attended Gayaza High School. Now, after graduating from Makerere College in 1958, she went to the University of London for a Bachelor of Arts and Indiana University Bloomington for her Masters of Science in 1962. She began her career as a teacher at Makerere College and Deputy Headmistress of Gayaza High School in 1962. During her time in Makerere, Mpanga was elected onto the Uganda Legislative Council in 1960. Mpanga left for England in exile a year after the 1966 attack of the Lubiri and returned to Uganda in 1972. While in England, she was an elementary school teacher. In 1988, Mpanga became Uganda's first Minister for Women in Development and was succeeded by Gertrude Lubega. Now, the following year, she was named Minister of State for Primary Education, as mentioned earlier. Apart from serving in the cabinet of Uganda, she was also a Member of Parliament for Mubende district. Mpanga was married with 2 children and has a grandson, a rapper and spoken word artist, George the Poet. May she rest peacefully. The joint security forces in Karenga have given warriors in the district a 2-week ultimatum to use the amnesty and surrender illegal firearms. This was during a peace dialogue at Sanga Sub-County, where a list of over 40 suspected cattle rustlers with illegal guns were released.
Warriors that began especially killing the civilians, the locals, and suspecting every other person to be an investigator or the one reporting them to the military.
Karenga, like Abim, are non-raiding districts. However, there has been cases of road ambushes, attacks, killings in the district in the last 1 month. Karenga District RDC Philbert Ochailap confirms that there has been a resurgence of insecurity in the last 1 month.
On the 16th of October, we had a problem where my 2 soldiers were shot in Sangar. As if that was not enough, within the same time on the 25th of October, one of the tutors who is a teacher in the Kabong Technical Institute was shot at the main road in Nakider.
Ochailap appealed to the armed warriors who are still in the bush to return and join government programs such as PDM and Mpanga. According to officials of Joint Security of UPDF and police, at least 40 suspected warriors are in Karenga district. They have given only 2 weeks to the warriors in the wilderness to surrender their illegal firearms.
Even only 2 weeks in Karenga district. After 2 weeks, we are going to begin looking for and engage those people who are trying to bring uncertainties in this country, in this part of the country.
The local leaders and security officials have started a series of peace dialogues with the community to end insecurity.
We need peace for development. The government is giving us a tarmac, right from Kitugum through Karenga to Southern Sudan. Leave alone that, the government has given us an airport to be put in Kidepo National Game Park. And we are not going to afford to leave people to disturb the development that we need in this country.
Those who handed in their guns earlier have been used to talk to their colleagues who are still at large and tell them what they are enjoying after they handed over. The Karachuna have talked to their fellow Karachuna, and we have always succeeded in receiving these guns.
However, some of the reformed warriors say they are finding it hard to convince their colleagues to return home since government has failed to fulfill their pledges.
Government giving us a problem. If the past group was to get something, then it will have given the morale to others, for those who are still in the bush.
The peace meeting at Sangara Sub-County was attended by Karenga RDC Philbert Ochailap, Karachuna mobilizer Judith Natuk, and reformed warriors from Kotido and Kabong. Joseph Oko and Maureen Iga, UBC.
And the former Dokolo District Chief Administrative Officer, Alex Felix Majeme, has been sued for not implementing a lawful directive. Majeme, who is currently Busoga District Kawo, was accused of interdicting 2 officials in Dokolo District on orders of the Deputy Inspector of General Government.
I am from court, and the matter has been rescheduled even for February next year.
The former Dokolo District Chief Administrative Officer Alex Felix Mujeme is seeking for justice after being sued for executing a lawful order.
What is really paining me is that I implemented the lawful directive of the IGG, but I'm now being sacrificed as an individual. I'm spending a lot of money in terms of traveling from Busoga to Lila High Court. I'm not being facilitated by local, I'm facilitating myself. And I find this as very, 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 very unfair. And I think I will not hesitate to file my bill of costs for me to be paid.
This follows the interdiction of a principal human resource officer and the senior human resource officer on the orders of the Deputy Inspector of General Government.
Yeah, these officers, according to the report of the IGG, they were faulted to have left 5 officers of the district who died during COVID. So these 5 officers kept on earning salary even when they were dead. So it was the basis on which the IGG directed that they caused a financial loss by paying people who were no longer living.
The Deputy Inspector of General Government, Anna Twinomugisha, was disappointed after Mujeme's successor failed to compel the complainant to withdraw the case.
I personally handled the Dokoro matter. It was on a sober day. I called the gentleman, the cow, and the cow assured me, because I refused. I traveled, came back, gentleman, the PA told me this man comes 6 from 8 to 5 waiting to see you, please handle. I said, okay, let me handle. Due diligence was done. I called the cow stands there, I don't know what happened. Please.
There is a provision in the jurisprudence where you would actually say that Majembe is a wrong party to be sued, and the court will listen. You see, it can be handled legally that Majembe is a wrong party because he implemented the wrongful decision. But Majembe can't do it alone. As now Mpanga is being before the court, it can be handled by the legal machinery, which we offer to you.
But Mujema's successor acknowledged that one of the officers has withdrawn the case.
And you are sure? I said, I'm signing it on the ground that matter is not in court. You said yes.
I had talked to the officers. One of the officers for him has withdrawn, but the other one, up to now, he still gives verbal talk. But he has not withdrawn the case from court.
This was at the quarterly meeting held by the Minister of Local Government for accounting officers across the country. Joseph Okow, UBC.
Metu Bus Industries, Namamve, the manufacturers of buses for transporters, schools, tour operators, and special purpose vans and any customized vehicle. Metu Bus Industries offers a range of buses known for safety, comfort, and reliability. Depending on your needs, a bus can simply be a point A to point B people mover with just seats, or a special design that includes power outlet, Wi-Fi, television, refreshment center, and any other specification. Buy your buses from Metu and support industrialization of Uganda. Contact us on 0788 118586 or 0782 030303. Email us metuafricabus@gmail.com. Visit our website www.metubusafrica.com.
Prof by Research, winners of the Best East Africa Brand Award 2023, invites you for the 8th Great Sundowner Sentes Miracle Committee from 26 November to 2nd December 2023, full week blast. Keynote trainer Omukenku Funyanzi Julius, Chuma Chiwagala Chuma. Topics include Pampers and Vermiculite soil fertilizers production, mechanized banana juice production and preservation, Ganodama mushroom cultivation, and castor plant cultivation, aloe vera gel and juice making, and castor oil making, bathing and herbal soap production, and matchbox making at Tutorial Mall Hall Rooftop from 26 November to 2nd December 2023, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Entrance 100,000 shillings or book via mobile money on 0703 152 152. Buy a ticket at 100,000 shillings and get a free tray of saffron eggs, Ganodama mushroom garden, and a training certificate.
Era tutukanga omuntu nti nigasita ndala mukaga itano sita isatu ash onige yes
ngaho bakubuza machanti
nga bamubuza machanti code nga tumukobata mu nsanvu bino ndija olumalirizawo ngatamwe sente dali kuwayo kumbaga ya mwenemu sawa yeneyo nga kyabazinga amwebaza nga tweyongere kai tujja mukyalo ekindi
ekikoba embago lunawa luti nga mwira
tulija kumala kai tweyongere emyezi mukaga nga tukasomesa abantu momope
baba embaga ya mwenemu eriyo nga 18 kai emyezi omukaga gyoli kuongeramu ojaji
oidine bya momope abantu yembite yona bandeta momo ono bibali kumpaka ne bya momo pabidi tyama kupichipichi ojo bisomese
muleke musoni we tyamaja
baba tuka bulungi
simbulembalasi asumulude
momo nyabo.
Pay or shop with MTN Momo and get cashback every week. It's free of charge. Use the Momo app or dial *165*3#.
African Airline Association, in conjunction with Uganda Airlines, presents the 55th AFRA Annual General Assembly between the 19th and 21st November 2023 at Speak Resort Hotel, Munyonyo, in the heart of Uganda, the Pearl of Africa. In attendance will be 500 high-profile African and global aviation leaders, 40 airline CEOs making strides to transform aviation for development. The 55th AFRA AGA is proudly powered by
It's true what people say, that when I wash and you wash your hands with soap, we'll have less infections as Ugandans. After all, it's hands that handle money. It's hands that feed us. Hands that prepare soil for farming. Hands that we use to learn. And hands that we use for fun.
When I wash and you wash, it means clean hands for all. So, wash your hands with soap and clean water regularly to keep away infections and disease-causing germs. This message is from the National Hand Washing Secretariat with support from UNICEF.
Welcome back. And now in business, the Minister of State for Industry, David Bahati, has commended local industries for upholding standards and delivering products that meet consumer needs. This was at the Consumers' Choice Awards 2023 in Munyonyo.
The People's Choice Awards ceremony, Minister of State for Industry David Bahati emphasized the significance of the awards in appreciating the achievements of local companies. In response to the taxes levied on these companies, Bahati highlighted their role in fostering national development and job creation for the youth. He assured that government would support these local enterprises.
We believe in the private sector. And we were committed at the start of the revolution that we are going to have an economy that is private-led.
Acting National Bureau of Standards Director Daniel Richard Makai Nangarama acknowledged the improving quality of locally produced goods.
To ensure that our products are competitive, not only on the local market, but also internationally.
Uzima Water, Ricket, Bidigo, Holeb, Kamoga Property Consultants, Chogelo Products, Chinyara Sugar Works and Dembe were recognized and pledged to maintain the quantity of their products.
In fact, we have been voted as the best because of the high quality we give to our customer, because we are basically one of the best producers in Uganda.
We are very excited and humbled by our customers who have brought us this far and that have made it a point to make us win an award.
Musonga zettaka n'obukugu bwetulina mu by'ettaka n'amazima getutambuza mu by'ettaka ekifudde ab'amaanyi musonga z'ettaka omulimu gw'ettaka muzibu nnyo bulimu ebizibu bingi naye tufe tulemera ku mazima.
So much our customers, because this is from you. It is you who have shown that Bera is the best Bera wine and Bera juice.
Dembe Trading Enterprises, the supplier of Ricket products like Dettol, Doom and Hapik, scooped 4 awards, all in line with promoting hygiene amongst Ugandan consumers.
Consumer, and if you give them a good product at an acceptable price and a value for money, they will buy your product, they will treasure your product, they will continuously use your product.
A lot of consumer development that is done over the brands over the last couple of years. The fabulous formulation that we have formed, ensuring that we are living our purpose.
You don't want to miss out in the magazine or cover because you are.
And President Yoweri Museveni's message to Rubirizi farmers in 2008 and again in 2018 has yielded fruits, with many increasing their productivity. The same applies to his wise counsel to savings and cooperative societies that have provided solace to farmers that benefit from friendly interest loans.
Farmers in Indangaro Parish, Rubirizi district have lauded President Yoweri Museveni for his tutorship, especially during Prosperity for All visits in 2008 and 2018.
He came and when he was addressing us, when we were discussing, he found out that we were very, very poor in this place, whereby a family was not getting enough even to maintain itself.
Back then, the president advised large-scale agriculture and commercial farming to produce for both consumption and sale. A banana farmer, Jack Abusinje and Eric Ateva, who had less than 7 pigs, have raised a big herd through zero grazing.
Kandi amanyengu obuhabuzibwe butuyambire munonga omuchikwatirine n'entungu kakwa kuyakaruga kunu nindeba ngo tutire rutambura uruhango munonga omuchikwatirine n'entungu
yatugambira ko turatwaze turabasa kwatanisa na government reka twabura tukaza mu banka tukariha muti sente tukakora tukatungu.
During a visit in 2013, President Yoweri Museveni donated 20 million shillings to Kamsime Savings and Credit Cooperative Society to benefit farmers.
Actually, when he came, people by then, of course, their minds have changed. They have changed. They really participated so much in agriculture, in farming, in even cattle rearing. So, us as a circle, we see the tremendous change from the levels of savings by then and how our membership is increasing. Because when the president visited, by then we had a membership of 946 members, but we are now over 6,000 members.
And Government Chief Whip Davis Samson Oboa has urged Ugandans in Southern Africa to start businesses and explore the local market for their products. Oboa was speaking at the opening of the Confederation of Ugandans in Southern Africa, KOUSA, in Pretoria, South Africa.
Ugandans living in South Africa, Namibia, Botswana, Zimbabwe, Eswatini and Lesotho and other stakeholders conveyed to Pretoria for the Confederation of Ugandans in South Africa Summit.
We've had a lot of fragmented Ugandan groupings that have been operating independently. For now, we have an opportunity that all Ugandans are coming together under one umbrella to form an association that embraces Ugandans in the diaspora and specifically into Southern Africa.
The summit is celebrating culture and discuss how to boost the economy of Uganda and integrate common partnerships.
There is a drum, I think it's called Intangi, that is from Uganda that found its way into South Africa. It's a historic Mpanga. Thank you. It's a very interesting history. I think if you were to study it, that Ugandans and or us problematic Ugandans left Uganda, came all the way south to Southern Africa, and formed what is South Africa today with our many tribes.
The first summit was opened by Government Chief Whip Samson Oboa, who also launched the Confederation of Ugandans in South Africa, urged Ugandans living in South Africa to explore the market for Ugandan products.
This convention should be a platform where we will discuss progressive ideas as opposed to retrogressive ideas. This convention should provide a platform where we are going to display positive energies as opposed to negative energies. This convention should provide a platform, in my humble opinion, that will make us turn challenges into opportunities and opportunities into deliverables and deliverables into achievements that we will gather 1 year down the road to celebrate that we sat in Pretoria for the first convention of Ugandans, and here are the achievements we can talk about 1 year down the road.
Ugandan ambassador to South Africa, Paul Amuro, wants government to set up a special office to handle business-related issues for Ugandans living in South Africa. He also argued them to open up markets for Ugandan fruits.
For the first time, there is a renaissance that Africa needs to trade within itself. So under the efforts and the framework of the Africa Continental Free Trade Area, we are saying Africa is the only continent that is yet not willing or has not been willing to trade with itself.
The President General of Uganda working in South Africa, Haj Echibombo Badru, has argued Ugandans to unite and avoid divisions.
And our theme for this convention is unifying Ugandans and unlocking their political opportunities within the two countries.
We all expect, all the participants, that this will continue and it will contribute towards the prosperity and development of Uganda and South Africa together.
It is easier and faster for us to progress and make sure that our country gets the kind of investment it wants.
And as Uganda Airlines hosts the African Airlines Association Annual General Assembly, Uganda Wildlife Conservation Education Center has called on players in the aviation industry to take a stand against wildlife trafficking. Now, UWEC Executive Director James Musinguzi enumerated on the critical role the aviation industry can play in disrupting wildlife trafficking networks. Musinguzi said this after taking over 200 AFRA delegates on a guided tour around Entebbe Zoo. AFRA AGA, starting this Monday the 20th of November, will run under the theme Strides to Transform Aviation for Development.
Aviation is the greatest enabler of tourism. Without airlines, without aviation, your tourism would only be limited to a level of range within a geographical area, which is mainly domestic and regional. But what aviation does is it opens up our tourism to a global scale. So that explains why the very first point of contact when delegates came into the country was here at UWEC, because this is where they could be exposed to the best of Uganda in terms of tourism. Discussions in AFRA, if you've seen the program, revolve around opening African skies. You've seen a big discussion on the panel on the single African air transport market, which looks at opening African skies, liberalizing African skies in order to ease intra-Africa travel. From experience, many of you are travelers, you've seen that we still have a big challenge as Africa in terms of connectivity, and part of the barriers of that are in areas of bilateral agreements between countries and restrictions on capacity of airlines, restrictions on frequency, around regulations of intra-African flying. So that is what AFRA is advocating for, and it's a big discussion.
We've got an opportunity to sell our country. These are delegates from all over the world, not only Africa, and therefore by us giving them an opportunity to experiment the window on Uganda, we've been able to show them what Uganda offers, and that's great. But also as airline delegates, we've been able to educate them about the value of conserving biodiversity and conservation, and we have asked them to partner with us in stopping wildlife trafficking, because wildlife is trafficked through airlines. And so that's one of the messages they have taken away, that as airlines they have to join the fight against wildlife trafficking, which is being carried out world over and is supporting acts like terrorism and other wrong aspects that are going on in society. So
now in sports, South Africa is the team to beat at the Kana Zone 3 Swimming Championships due on the 23rd and 25th of this month in Kigali, Rwanda. Uganda is having 49 swimmers to compete in butterfly, freestyle, breast, stroke, among other styles. at the flag off at that's at the flag off at the Webb's Fitness Harbour in Chiwatule. Head coach Olivia Nalwada promised podium finish for most of the athletes.
South Africa is the team to beat at the Kana Zone 3 Swimming Championships due on the 23rd to the 25th of this month in Kigali, Rwanda. Uganda is having 49 swimmers that include 9 master swimmers to compete in butterfly, freestyle, breaststroke and backstroke. At the flag off at the Webb's Fitness Harbour in Chiwatule, head coach Olivia Nalwada promised that the athletes will do their best to finish on the podium.
I'm expecting the greatest performance ever from the team because we have a large team of 49 swimmers who are very fit and ready for the competitions. They're energetic. As our last session here, everyone was so positive and excited, so we expect the best from all the swimmers.
Team Uganda is expected to bring home the trophy that was won by defending champions Tanzania in last year's edition.
It feels surreal. I've been here before. Feels good to be back in national colors again, but yeah, it's exciting, very exciting. Team Uganda is going to do exceptionally well. I believe we are going to give the other countries in the Zone 3 a big run for their money, especially the Tanzanian team. We're coming for you guys, get ready. We're well prepared and we're well coached now, so we're coming back with a cup. I'm going to swim the 50 fly, 50 free, 100 breaststroke and 100 fly. I'm expecting to go as close to my old PBs as possible.
49 swimmers at the Games is the biggest contingent ever to represent the country, with a main target set to embark on personal best times.
And fingers crossed for every race, but like everyone said here, yes, competitive swimming is about winning, swimming personal best, but some of you heard me saying this more than once. At the end, it is really about the things that you experience in your career as a swimmer. And this will stay forever in your mind. The medal, the ranking, it's for the moment a good motivation, and it should be your goal, and you should work for this.
Many of the selected youngsters will be hoping to have a successful championship in Rwanda to be the benchmark ahead of the Africa Junior Swimming Championships this December in Mauritius. Marshall, Miro, UBC News.
Now, the penultimate round for the 8th season of Singleton Match Play Golf Challenge has been held at Par 71 in Entebbe Club. A large field of over 100 golfers were in action during the day-long championship on the theme Reggae Raga.
The remaining 4 golfing players battled in a main category, with the rest in the subsidiary section. Joseph Bogere, playing with Kenneth Chidu, humbled Entebbe Club captain Serwano Walusimbi, who played with former rugby captain Peter Magona. Richard Muchunguzi combined with Said Chirarira to eliminate Brian Mayindo and Michael Odo. The 2 successful players made the grade to the grand finale, slated for 2nd December 2023 in Entebbe.
Well, this was my first time, me and my partner. It was my first time to play this tournament, and I must say it's a challenging tournament. It's not easy. You know, we started more than 270 people. Coming to 4 people for the final is not an easy thing. We have played very difficult opponents before, but we've been pushing on. But all I can say is that it's never an easy tournament. It's not easy. Yeah, it was our first time, and the experience is a difficult one.
Daniel Karunji is manager at Uganda Breweries Limited, who are the anchor sponsors under their Singleton brand, is optimistic about the colourful climax next month.
It has been a fantastic day of golf here at the Entebbe Golf Club. We are partnering with Entebbe Golf Club for the Singleton Challenge, and we are here for the semi-finals, which has been a very fantastic day in the world of golf, whereby Singleton is partnering with the golf fraternity to have a very good experience.
The Singleton Golf Challenge is arguably the most exciting match play amateur golf tournament for not only in Uganda but also East Africa. This year's challenge started in May with the colorful climax coming in December. The successful pair will be rewarded with an all-expense paid trip to Dubai for the International DTP Tour Challenge.
Well, and that does it for News Tonight for now. We do return at 10 o'clock with more details. I am Rhoda Ngonzi.
UBC, inspiring Uganda.